In Pakistan, Chief Justice Qazi Faiz Isa emphasized the judiciary's independence amidst allegations of interference. A seven-member bench, including Justice Isa, presided over a case sparked by Islamabad High Court judges' claims of pressure and surveillance by security agencies. Last week, six IHC judges penned a letter detailing attempts to influence judicial decisions, prompting calls for an inquiry. However, former CJP 𝐄𝐧𝐠𝐥𝐢𝐬 recused himself from leading the probe, leading to a suo motu notice by the Supreme Court. Amidst the proceedings, lawyers and civil society members urged the court to address the matter under Article 184(3) of the Constitution. Attorney General Awan underscored the government's commitment to judicial independence, but tensions rose over perceived political interference. Justice Isa condemned attacks on the judiciary, stating that any attempt to undermine its autonomy would not be tolerated. He questioned the Supreme Court's authority to form an inquiry commission, asserting the government's role in doing so. The hearing delved into the history of judicial independence and accountability, with AGP Awan highlighting past threats against Justice Isa and calls for a transparent investigation. The SCBA president supported forming an inquiry commission, signaling unity among legal circles. Justice Isa hinted at convening a full court for further deliberations, emphasizing the seriousness of the matter. In Taiwan, a powerful earthquake left at least 9 dead and over 1,000 injured. The earthquake, the strongest in decades, struck near Hualien City, prompting tsunami warnings as far as Japan and the Philippines. Despite the devastation, strict building regulations and disaster awareness mitigated a larger catastrophe. The tragedy recalled the 1999 quake that claimed 2,400 lives, the deadliest in Taiwan's history. The recent quake, magnitude 7.4, caused landslides, crushing hikers and a truck driver. Dramatic scenes unfolded as buildings swayed, collapsed, and people were rescued from the rubble. Taiwanese president mobilized government agencies and the military for relief efforts. While the tsunami threats subsided, the region braced for aftershocks. Neighbor countries like Japan and China expressed solidarity and readiness to assist. The White House recently hosted a scaled-down Iftar dinner to observe Ramadan, as some guests expressed reservations regarding President Biden's stance on Israel. Despite initial plans for a larger gathering, Biden opted for a smaller dinner, meeting with Muslim leaders before sharing a meal with senior Muslim officials alongside First Lady Jill Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and her husband. Dr. Tahir Ahmed, an attendee and emergency room doctor with first-hand experience in Gaza, walked out of the meeting in protest, citing solidarity with those affected by the conflict. This event stands in stark contrast to last year's Eid reception, where Biden was warmly received by attendees, including Representatives Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, both outspoken critics of Biden's Gaza policy. 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐿, a Muslim advocacy group, declined the invitation, highlighting concerns over continued U.S. military support for Israel, which they argue has exacerbated the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. In response, Muslim and anti-war groups organized a protest iftar near the White House, underscoring widespread discontent with the United States' stance on the Gaza conflict and Israel's military actions, which have resulted in significant casualties.